The market remembers you as one of the most bearish last year with your growth forecast. Your growth forecast now is what?
5.3% for this year.
Okay. And is there upside or downside risk to that?
On both sides, I think it's quite symmetric.
Okay. Okay. Well, talk us through where you think this economy goes right now, because I was looking at your report. There was political pressure to do what they did 2-3 months ago. When that pressure goes away, what happens to the economic support?
Yeah, I said it's kind of like a tactical, meaning that it's not so decisive. It's under pressure. They need to work out details, and the policy directions could be, reversed when the economy become better. So that's why I think there's still some uncertainty down the road, especially in the second half this year.
What could be reversed then? Certainly COVID-0, they can't turn to reverse that or reverse again. What policies could then see a reversal?
Well, actually, over the past couple of weeks, we have seen something like this. Sometimes it's not like reversed by purpose, on purpose. It's not reversed proactively. It's just being driven by a lot of these events. For example, let's say some of the events happen in the U.S. About the balloon. So it may be an accident, but anyway, it will change something. On one front, just a couple of months ago, I believe people believe there was kind of a reset on 3 fronts: about zero COVID, about their growth target, and then, of course, the third front is about diplomatic.
I like how you wrote, everyone thinks China's growth is going to rebound, right? It's become such a consensus call now. So if it's 5, north of 5, it doesn't really matter. It's more about the barriers of growth that people may not be so in tune with. What do you think are the 4 and the biggest kind of risks there to your growth forecast then now?
Well, first of all, actually, this year, so far we have seen both good things and also bad news. For example, let me focus on this relatively bad news, like passenger car sales. Okay. It's down 40% year-over-year in January. How about, new home sales? People expect some a decent recovery, if it's not a V-shaped recovery. But actually in January, it's down somewhere around 38% year-over-year. Even in February, over the past week, it's still down around 17% year-over-year. So it's not bottoming out yet, and most likely the recovery will be relatively moderate. And then, of course, on this foreign relationship, we had a good start in the beginning of this year, but there was some abrupt turn for the worse over the past couple of weeks. And then, we also have some, let's say, also barriers for this as a cross-border travel. It's actually only back to 14% of the pre-pandemic level. So not everything is like a V-shaped recovery. We do have some good news, but we also have some bad news.
Would it be useful, I'm not telling you how to do your job, but it would be more useful to look at month-on-month and year-on-year? The reason I say that is this time last year, China was doing well. When you get into March and April, that's when we'll find out, because that was when the lockdown happened. I'm guessing the numbers take care of themselves. What does momentum look like in the numbers, sort of month on month?
Well, I will check both year-over-year and month-on-month. The reason I check year-over-year, because in China we don't really have a very good data just to do the seasonal adjustment. Without seasonal adjustments, actually month-on-month is not useful. But at this moment, we also check the comparison between now and 2019, the pre-pandemic level.